As Congress moves into the newest phase of the impeachment inquiry, let's take a look back at the events which led to this week's public hearings. One America's Marty Golingan has this report.
The impeachment inquiry enters a new phase this week with the first public hearings of witnesses on Capitol Hill. But before the opening testimony gets underway, let's recap how we got here. Reports say in late 2018, President Trump's personal attorney Rudy Giuliani spoke with the former Ukraine Prosecutor General Viktor Shokin about alleged corruption surrounding Kiev. Giuliani would later meet with the next Prosecutor General, Yuri Lutsenko, from January 2019 to the end of March, discussing reports of alleged Ukrainian interference in the 2016 U.S. elections. They would also discuss the son of former Vice President Joe Biden, Hunter, and his position on the board of gas firm Burisma, as well as Joe Biden's role in forcing out Shokin in 2016.
I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid at the time.
Biden is accused of unilaterally leveraging the $1 billion in aid to stop investigations into his son. The 2020 Democrat presidential candidate has denied any wrongdoing, saying the move to oust the prosecutor was at the time sanctioned by the European Union, the International Monetary Fund, as well as U.S. Senate Republicans.
Wait a second. Not one single credible outlet has given any credibility to his assertion. Not one single one.
While Giuliani pursued the claims into the Bidens, a new Ukrainian president is elected on April 21st. Comedian and TV star Volodymyr Zelensky wins in a landslide victory after running on an anti-corruption campaign. According to a White House readout, President Trump called him that day to congratulate the president-elect and spoke with Zelensky about rooting out corruption and strengthening Ukrainian democracy. On July 25th, President Trump holds his now infamous phone call with President Zelensky. According to the rough transcript released by the White House, the two leaders discuss ongoing corruption in Ukraine. During the call, President Trump asked Zelensky to work with Attorney General William Barr and Rudy Giuliani on starting investigations into the alleged 2016 Democratic National Committee server hack by Ukraine, Joe Biden's move to oust the Ukraine prosecutor, and reopen the case against Burisma and Joe Biden's son. According to the whistleblower's complaint, the next day, Volker and Sondland met with Ukraine officials to navigate the president's requests. Then on August 12th, the whistleblower delivers their complaint to Congressional Intelligence Committee chairman. The complaint would be held up for a month at the Intel Community's Inspector General's office before its release. After the complaint is made public, allegations of a quid pro quo is made by Democrats in the mainstream media. At the time, the president denied he held up the security assistance to Ukraine unless the country opened up probes into the Bidens and the DNC server.
Did you tell the Ukrainian leader that they would have the aid only if they investigated Joe Biden and his family?
No, I didn't. I didn't do that. But Joe Biden said it about his son. Joe Biden was very dishonest what he did.
But President Trump has admitted asking Zelensky to launch probes into the corruption claims of Joe Biden and his son.
Well, I would think that if they were honest about it, they'd start a major investigation into the Bidens. It's a very simple answer. They should investigate the Bidens.
The White House released a reconstructed transcript of the July 25th Zelensky call. On September 24th, House Democrats became so concerned about the Ukraine call, they decided to start an impeachment inquiry, claiming the president abused his power by possibly soliciting a foreign nation to influence the 2020 election.
Therefore, today, I'm announcing the House of Representatives moving forward with an official impeachment inquiry.
The next day, the first face-to-face meeting between President Trump and Zelensky took place during the United Nations General Assembly. There, President Zelensky denied the claims he was pressured by his U.S. counterpart.
No, you heard that we had, I think, good phone call. It was normal. We spoke about many things, and so I think, and you read it, that nobody pushed me. Yes.
In other words, no pressure.
A parade of witnesses would then come forward to testify behind closed doors over the next month, with some corroborating the whistleblower complaint and others revealing new evidence against the president and his advisors. Transcripts of the private depositions were released, painting an even more detailed picture of the administration's efforts to get to the bottom of the Bidens and the 2016 election allegations. Now in November, as the impeachment witnesses return to Capitol Hill this week to tell their stories in open and public hearings, more holes are expected to be filled in during the next phase of the inquiry. Marty Golingan, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.